The story starts with Michael Hosea, a hardworking farmer and rancher in a quiet rural town. Every day he tends to his fields and attends church, fulfilling his duties as a devoted young man. One morning, feeling ready for marriage, he kneels in prayer, asking God to guide him to the right woman. Michael hopes for a partner who shares his strong faith, someone who can walk with him in life's journey. He trusts that in time God will send him the right person, and he just needs to stay faithful and patient. Days later, Michael heads into town to sell his produce. As he trades his goods with the local merchants, his attention is suddenly caught by a striking young woman crossing the street. Her beauty leaves him momentarily speechless, and he's overwhelmed by an unfamiliar feeling. It's as if fate reached out to him in that instant. Michael is certain he has fallen for her. Curious, he asks one of his colleagues about her. His friend tells him that the woman, named Angel, works at a brothel known for its high-class services. Michael can't believe what he's hearing. This isn't the woman he imagined God would lead him to. But despite the shocking revelation, he holds on to his faith, trusting in the plan God has set for him. Determined, Michael keeps asking how he can meet Angel in person. His friend explains that seeing Angel comes at a high cost, and only rich men can afford to spend a night with her. The scene shifts to Angel's childhood, where her life was far from ordinary. Born to a woman caught in a secret affair with a nobleman, Angel's existence was never welcomed by her biological father. From the moment she was born, he rejected her, disappointed in her mother's decision to keep the child. Angel felt his hate every day. She knew he never wanted her, and it seemed like her mere presence brought nothing but pain. She began to believe that if she were gone, her mother's life might be easier, and her father might love her again. But despite all the cruelty, Angel's mother always stayed by her side, offering love and comfort, even as she endured the anger of her husband. Eventually, the day came when Angel and her mother were forced out of her father's house. With no place to go, they were left to find a new home. Angel's mother tried everything, from selling her jewelry to looking for work, but nothing worked. Desperate and unable to watch her daughter suffer, she made a painful decision. She sold herself to ensure they could survive. For weeks, she worked tirelessly, but it took a toll. One day she became gravely ill, coughing uncontrollably and burning with fever. Angel refused to leave her side, caring for her mother in her final days. And then, with one last breath, her mother passed away. Angel stood by her, her heart broken. With no one else left in the world, she was truly alone. After that, Angel was sold to a luxurious brothel at a young age, where she lived and was cared for as she grew into a beautiful teenager. As she reached adulthood, she was auctioned off and traded to high-paying clients, forced into a life she never chose. One fateful day, Angel crossed paths with her father, who happened to visit the brothel. Unbeknownst to him, the girl before him was his own daughter. The brothel's pimp, unaware of their connection, instructed Angel to serve her father. They spent the night together, a cruel twist of fate unfolding in silence. When Angel finally revealed the truth, her father was shattered, realizing the horrors he had unknowingly subjected his daughter to. Overcome with guilt and despair, he ended his life with a single gunshot. Devastated by the tragedy and fearful of being implicated in her father's death, Angel fled, leaving the brothel behind. She sought refuge in a distant city, hoping to escape her past. But with no money or job, Angel found herself trapped once again, caught in the very cycle she had hoped to escape. She ended up in another brothel, where she remains today, a victim of a cruel fate. The scene returns to presence, showing Michael walks into the brothel, his heart racing. This time, he's not here for the usual reasons. He's looking for Angel, the woman who's been on his mind ever since their first meeting. When he steps into her room, he finds her ready, her body exposed, a scene that usually triggers desire in men. But Michael doesn't look at her the way most do. He looks away, trying to steady his emotions. He had only hired her time to talk, to finally get to know her. Angel, taken aback by his request, notices how different he is from the other customers. She assumes his hesitation comes from having a wife, a family, but Michael quickly sets the record straight. He's single. His feelings for her go deeper than he can express, feelings he's been hiding since the moment they met. Angel's response is cold. Her time with him is almost up, and she's seen too many men like Michael, men who only want her body and never care for the person behind it. She's heard the same story over and over, and she doesn't believe him. With a swift motion, she tells him to leave. A few days pass and Michael returns. His mission is clear now. He wants to offer Angel a way out, to take her away from this life and marry her. But when he presents his intentions, Angel is filled with disbelief and anger. She's been used and discarded by countless men, and she cannot fathom that someone like Michael, a man who could have anyone, would want her. She sees his offer as nothing more than another empty promise. But Michael refuses to give up. He's convinced she's more than the life she's trapped in. He knows she's the one he's meant to be with, and he'll fight to prove it. The next day, Michael confides in his friend, expressing his frustrations. He's fallen for Angel, but she won't accept his love, and he doesn't know how to change her mind. His friend, skeptical, believes Michael is wasting his time. He feels that someone like Michael, with his kind heart and good looks, deserves a woman who can truly appreciate him. But Michael stands firm in his decision. He knows Angel is his soulmate, and he won't stop until she sees it too. A few months later, Michael returns to the brothel, determined to keep his promise to Angel. He walks in, his heart pounding with anticipation. He's come to tell her the truth. He's fallen in love with her and wants to marry her. He's ready to do whatever it takes to get her out of this life. No more selling herself, no more pain. But Angel doesn't answer right away. Instead, she teases him, suggesting he's only willing to sleep with her. Michael stays calm. He's not interested in rushing things. He respects her too much. He won't sleep with her until they're married. Frustrated by his words, Angel finally speaks up. She mocks him, telling him that an ordinary farmer like him could never win her heart. Michael takes a step back, realizing this isn't going to be easy. But he respects her decision and doesn't push any further. Days pass. Angel's patience runs out. Fed up with her life and the abuse from her pimp, she finally stands up for herself, determined to quit. The pimp isn't having it, though. Furious, he orders a man to beat her into submission. That night, Michael senses something is wrong. His heart races and he knows he can't wait any longer. The next day, he rushes back to the brothel, fear in his chest. When he finds Angel's room, the sight nearly breaks him. Her face is battered and her body is weak. The pain hits him hard, and he realizes he can't stand by any longer. Without hesitation, he gives the pimp all the money he has to buy Angel's freedom. He kneels beside her, eyes filled with tears, and asks her to be his wife. That day, Michael rescues Angel from the brothel, bringing her to his home. As soon as they arrive, he immediately cares for her wounds, treating her with a kindness she's never known. Angel is taken aback by his compassion, unsure why he'd choose her over all the other women. Michael confesses his love for her, promising to keep her by his side forever. But Angel can't believe it. She's convinced someone like her, with a past as dark as hers, doesn't deserve a good man like him. She asks him why he fell for a woman like her. Michael's response is simple. He loves her because he can't stop loving her. Days pass, and Angel recovers. She starts helping Michael with the farm, feeding the cattle and spending time with him. They cook, fish, and enjoy the quiet moments together. With every shared task and every laugh, their bond deepens. One morning, Michael takes her to a hilltop to watch the sunrise. The view leaves Angel in awe, but she can't shake the feeling that she doesn't deserve this life. Her past weighs heavily on her. Michael, holding her close, reassures her that he doesn't expect perfection. For him, love is about understanding, accepting, and sacrifice. Not long after, Michael's brother-in-law, Paul, visits. Paul, the widower of Michael's younger sister, had been absent for a while. Michael welcomes him into the home and introduces Angel as his wife. Paul's surprise is immediate. He recognizes Angel from the brothel and knows her past. Later, in a private conversation, Paul can't help but belittle her. He tells her she doesn't belong with someone like Michael. Angel's doubts resurface, and Paul's cruel words linger in her mind. The next day, Angel confides in Michael, unsure if she's worthy of him because of her past as a prostitute. Michael reassures her, saying that everyone deserves a second chance and forgiveness for their sins. The following day, Angel asks Paul to take her back to the city. She admits that she can't accept being Michael's wife and insists that he deserves a better woman. When Paul returns later, Michael asks him where Angel has gone. Paul tells him that Angel has gone back to town. Determined, Michael heads to the city to find her. He's ready to face anyone to bring her back with him. On his way, Michael and Angel come across a family stranded with a broken car. Michael helps them out, offering them a place to stay until their car is repaired. Among them is Miriam, a girl about Michael's age. Angel, noticing the connection between them, keeps encouraging Michael to pursue Miriam. She believes Miriam is kind and religious, just like Michael, and would be a perfect match for him. A few days later, Angel makes up her mind to return to the city. She leaves a note for Miriam asking her to marry Michael. Even though Angel has fallen in love with him, she's willing to step aside for his happiness. When Miriam reads the note, she quickly returns the ring that Angel had left for Michael, urging him to go after Angel. But this time, Michael decides to let Angel go if that's what she truly wants. Days pass, but Michael can't shake his thoughts of Angel. He lives each day without purpose, unable to forget her. A few months later, Paul was walking through the city when he spotted Angel at a children's school. Without thinking, he approached her. Filled with regret, he admitted that he had misjudged her in the past and apologized for his actions. Paul then asked Angel to come back to Michael, hoping they could reunite. Angel, however, told him that Michael belonged with Miriam. Paul quickly corrected her, revealing that Miriam was no longer with Michael. She was now his wife. He also explained that Michael still loved her deeply and had never been able to forget her. Angel was taken aback, shocked to hear how much Michael had stayed loyal to her. Moved by his words and realizing her own lingering feelings for him, Angel decided to return to Michael. She apologized for everything and confessed that her love for him had never faded. Finally, Angel and Michael were back together, starting a new chapter of their lives, filled with happiness. So the moral of the story is, real love isn't about someone's past. It's about recognizing their worth, being patient, and being there when it truly counts.